Either that or
Welcome
I'm
to
gonna
another episode of the Purple Pill Podcast. I'm your host, Robert. I'm with my co host, Darren, and my co host, LA. And we do have a special guest this week. We have Nate with us. How are y'all doing this week?
Fantastic.
Sleepy but good.
Fantastic. We set up the treadmill in the garage today, or not today, this week. You should see my fat ass running on this shit. I get it. I've gotten it up to 5.2, and I can keep it steady for like a minute and a half at that rate. It's fantastic.
Nice
I'm
little
almost there.
jog.
A brisk walk. How about y'all?
it's been a chill week. I go with the weather. The weather been what it is.
What has it been? Hot?
Everywhere. Raining, humid, hot. All
It
of that.
rained this week?
Yeah, all
Almost
week, dog.
definitely. There's still branches in the street.
When did it rain? It rained yesterday, but like before yesterday, did it rain?
I forgot what it was like the middle of the week. It was like Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday actually. And
I was
I think I was leaving your crib and I just got stuck. Like I'm pretty sure you probably see me on the camera just looking up at the sky like what the heck? Because I'm
I've
telling you,
stopped watching you on the camera because I have so many questions sometimes, and I just
I've
never
never
get answers.
I've never seen lightning move like that in my life, like ever. To the point I went like when I went to work, people said the exact same thing. They was like, yeah, I'd never seen anything like that.
Wow.
We've been getting ridiculous storms here because it's going to start raining again here in probably about 20 minutes and all the way to about 9 p.m. tonight. But we've had thunderstorms. Today will be like, I think, at least the fourth, if not the fifth day out of the whole week where it's been storming.
At least your grass will grow.
Yeah, well, we kind of needed it too. But yeah, the lightning here, Darren, has been insane. There was 2 nights where I had trouble going to sleep because it was so bright and so frequent.
Right, that's the thing. It wasn't loud. That was the craziest thing about it. I was just looking up, like, why is there no noise? Why is there just so much
Called
lightning?
heat. It's called heat lightning.
This is why we have Nate on here.
That was some crazy shit. That was some crazy shit.
Heat lightning. I didn't even know that was a thing. Huh.
It's just lightning that's not coming direct to ground. It's interconnected up in the clouds, so you don't get the like concussion after effect. That's the simple way to explain it.
That's gotta be like hell for planes to fly.
Oh, you don't fly through that.
You don't fly through that shit.
Oh my god. What are you on, Spirit?
Right? I was gonna say that before the FFA was a thing. I guarantee you, people died from that shit. 100%.
Could you imagine just being up there and be like, "Yo, it is nonstop bright up here, but it is the dead middle of the night. We should lower. We should get lower."
You should land the fucking plane. What are you getting lower? Oh man. But what do we got today?
Well, before we get into today's topics, I wanted to ask you all. Tell me why these niggas outside my apartment started blowing up fireworks at 3 a.m. in the morning. Like, why?
Are you sure it was fireworks?
It was fireworks, bro. Because at first, all I heard was like a loud bang. I was like, "Are these niggas like shooting each other or something? Or is this like a bomb thing?" Then I come to find out, I look outside, they're just shooting off fireworks near the trash can for no reason.
Summer break fun before they go back to school, apparently.
Right? I've been drunk before. I've been drunk at 3 a.m. before.
At 3 a.m., so you gotta wake up the whole neighborhood?
I said, let's do things.
Nah, bro, that shit's stupid as hell. I was so upset.
19, 20-year-old LA, I was unstoppable. Yeah, I was doing I was with the shits.
Oh,
I would have looked at you from a good distance.
You would have hated me as a neighbor.
I would have been right there with him. I can't say shit.
Having a good time. Having a good time. It's called making memories.
Post 25 Nate's a different animal than 20 to 25 Nate was.
Yeah, I got credit cards and shit now. They can track me.
But going to jail would actually be a problem now.
Did you call the cops? Did you record them and call the cops, Rob?
I should have, but I didn't.
That was the chance we could have had content for the podcast. You should have went out there and been like, these Negroes. You said they're black, right?
They sounded black. They were yelling and shit.
They sounded black. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, topic number 1 for the day.
Explain. Explain at 3 a.m. how they sounded black over fireworks to me, Rob.
All I heard was a bunch of black women screaming and yelling, and a bunch of niggas.
Over fireworks
Yeah,
at 3 a.m.
they were just screaming and yelling at each other. I don't know what happened.
We gotta get you cameras around your house, bro. Like, I'm scared for your health. I'm legitimately afraid. I don't know.
Oh man.
Are they alive? Has the news crews been in your area lately?
No,
What's
thank
going
God.
on?
Yeah, it wasn't that
Okay.
bad. I didn't have to go like hide in my bathtub or anything.
You better.
Did management like?
I would have been like, all right, they going to sleep by like what 6, 7 in the morning. I'm about to blast music by 7:30.
You should just start lighting off fireworks right now.
I don't
Just let
believe
them
in
up.
fireworks, honestly.
You
said
don't
what?
believe like that they exist? Well,
No,
what do you
no,
mean
no.
you
I
don't
just
believe?
don't. I think they're
You don't-
overrated.
To let
Second that.
fireworks go off?
Huh?
To just
As like a fun, as like a from an entertainment factor. I think they're kind of overrated.
oh, well, that's
I don't
fair.
know. I used to go to the fireworks thing every year with my mom. The
Mhm.
Red, White, and Boom. And like, we
Yeah.
used to go in our
Oh,
office
great
building
time.
and shit to watch it.
Oh, fantastic time.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just don't care about it anymore. I feel like the actual fireworks are pretty cool, but they got lazy with the songs. They played the same songs every year. When that Boom Boom Pow song came out with
Yeah, Black Eyed Peas.
the Black Eyed Peas, I was like, they played that song every single year, and I was like, I'm cool on this. Like 15, 16, I was like, I'm cool on this. Y'all play the same song every single year.
Good
I
song.
mean, I can feel that, but I mean, there was like street vendors, there was people dancing, there was people
Oh.
down there performing. Like, there's other things to do as well.
We stayed in
But
our
I
building. We
understand.
never like actually went down with
Yeah.
like the people.
I understand just fireworks by themselves. Yeah, it's not.
I don't know.
It's
I
not-
like
it's
lighting
not
them off
crazy.
personally. I used to, but like now that I've gotten older and I like actually realize how much money like it costs like a $4,000 to put on a half decent like 10-minute show.
Right?
Well, I've lost all interest.
It's not really. It's not worth it. It's more of like
No, it's not.
It's like a celebration thing, you know, like fireworks party. It's more of like an aesthetic, right?
I would
It's
say
not the main event.
you just need to see fireworks on 4th of July from a different city. Like go see it
So-
in LA, go see it in like Texas or some shit. You know, I
That-
promise
we don't
you,
even, we don't really got to go that far. If you go to Cincinnati, they have an amazing fireworks show down there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's
I've
really
been in-
fucking good.
I've been in DC and theirs is crazy. That's just like
that's-
40 minutes long.
But
Every time you're like, oh, that was great, and we start over.
fun fact though, they say one of the reasons to visit Columbus is because of Red, White, and Boom. They're saying
It's
it's
a
like
great
one of the,
time.
it's probably the best in the country.
It's a good time. That's why I'm surprised as an Ohio when you aren't fond of fireworks.
it's a
When you
party
win the
downtown.
championship every single year, you kind of get bored. You know what I'm saying?
Talk your shit.
That's basically what it is.
you don't know until you visit these other places. That's what I'm saying. Boom is what it is, but it's more of a party downtown with
Yeah, I
everybody.
mean,
in
you
the
just go
city.
around, you walk around, you drink a little bit. Some people smoke a little bit. Some people, you know,
Eat
they just
food.
eat food. The what's it called? Elephant ear.
Yeah,
Those are delicious. Like I get gyros. Like I eat an ungodly amount when I'm there. In like that 4-hour span, I'll probably consume like
Wait,
3,000.
what's the difference between the elephant ears and funnel cakes?
There's no difference in my mind, but people just call them different things.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're exactly the same thing.
I think just the different shapes to be road. I think that's
Yeah, they're both just fried dough with powdered sugar.
exactly.
For
But,
$7.50.
I was gonna say, to me, I don't like going to the fair as much. As a kid, I did, but now I don't. So for me, I would go to Boom to just get out instead of going to the fair. So it's kind
Speaking of the
fair.
fair,
Both
Darren,
of
did
them
you
are
hear?
legendary. You said what?
Did you hear about the fair this year?
Oh yes, damn yes. That's the other topic I meant to bring into this.
Ooh.
Yeah. So they since they passed a law in Ohio that LA knows about. I don't know if we brought it up with Nate, but they passed a law.
I'm aware of it.
Okay. So everybody knows you can carry and conceal now, if you over the age of 21, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Constitutional
So-
carry.
Yep. So they decided at the fair this year to let everybody, not everybody, but you can go down there carry and conceal, open carry, it doesn't matter. So that's what the fair is going to be this
Oh,
year.
somebody's getting shot.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it starts probably Thursday this week. Probably
They added a
start up Thursday.
caveat, though. They added a caveat. They said that they're not permitting any weaponry inside of like heavily densed areas, like the bathroom areas or whatever, like that. Which makes no fucking sense. Because what am I gonna do? Just like, oh, hold my gun, I gotta go in here? No, like it's already concealed.
Like you exit and come back for me.
I can.
But yeah, I feel exactly what he's saying. Like, who's gonna, and on top of it, who's gonna bring their gun out to hand it to somebody else? Who's gonna be brave enough to do that?
Not,
Yeah,
You know?
not even that, but that makes no sense. Like I'm not gonna just remove my gun now that I'm in this part of the building, now magically put it back now that I'm not in this part of the building. Like who's checking that? Are you
So-
gonna pay for security to check these people? Like that's not gonna happen. That's an unenforceable rule.
So you think they should just not allow guns at all?
If that's what you want to do that, right?
I mean, I agree because at that point, I mean, granted, as somebody that I carry my gun almost everywhere, but unless you're drinking, and then if you're at the fair, most of the adults are drinking anyway, so you shouldn't have it to begin with. And then on top of that, you just can't wear it in, but then be expected to take it out every time you go somewhere crowded. Like, where are you gonna leave it in a fucking gun check, like a coat check?
That's what I'm
That's a
saying.
good
It's an
idea, though.
unenforceable rule. Yeah, it would be a good idea. $5 a pop.
No
But I
gun
mean, on that
check or
note,
something?
go ahead. I was gonna say, like, just as a constitutional carry as a concept, though, to me is kind of ridiculous.
Why?
That was the whole point of just because the whole point of getting the CCW in most states was to have a gun education course and practice shooting. I feel like that should be a bare minimum requirement to be able to carry a handgun, just being comfortable with it. I just don't feel like anybody should be able to carry one just on a whim.
I actually 100% agree.
What's up?
I
I kind of want
mean-
to carry one just on a whim. I have whims.
I mean, I feel it. I'm very different. Like, because I don't know if we talked about this last time, but like, I grew up shooting from 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa was in Army Rangers. I was taught, like, we would go shoot, we would break the guns down, clean them. I mean, he was just, very strict, very rigid. I learned to respect them. I've always been comfortable. So, like, but most people aren't like that. I know a lot of people my age that still never fired a gun. So, like, I just don't want them to be able to carry one sometimes. It just makes me a little more nervous, I guess.
Yeah, I've never touched a gun before, technically.
Because I mean, there's a lot of people who have guns and they, use it as a deterrent, which it should be used as. It is a deterrent, but there are other people who, can overpower you or have more experience with a firearm, and now they have your firearm. Now, what are you going to do? Like, you don't have the experience to use it. You don't know how to protect yourself with your firearm. So why do you have it? Now the whole situation is escalated times 10. Like, you were better off not having it,
It's also just people reacting. A lot of people have never been in high stress situations with a firearm involved. Like, it's just a totally different feeling, I guess, without being able to explain it to someone that hasn't, done it or whatnot. I mean, just, I don't know. It could be more of a liability, I feel like, especially with a concealed carry size pistol. They're not incredibly accurate. Someone that has zero practice shooting, if they see somebody doing something, they try to shoot somebody. Like, I feel like that's something that we are going to see in the near future. More accidental deaths.
It should be a shame.
Well,
Anyway.
While we're speaking about gun laws and gun safety, there was a shooting in Indiana, the Indiana Mall food court. Let's talk about that a little bit. So, first of all, what do you guys know about this so far?
I don't know much. I haven't done any
So-
digging anyway.
News from
I'd say
suburban.
Oh, go ahead. Let's watch the clip and then we can go over it. But yeah, I know pretty much everything about it.
Okay.
Breaking news from suburban Indianapolis. 3 people have been shot to death inside of a mall there. This is in Greenwood,
Jesus.
just to the south of Indianapolis. Police say a man with a rifle opened fire in a food court. He had
A
several
rifle?
magazines of ammunition. An armed civilian shot and killed the man. Police say he stopped the gunman almost as soon as he began shooting. 2 other people were hurt, but they are expected to recover.
Mm. Good for that person.
I got
Like,
a lot I want to say on this.
that's
but
how it's supposed to work.
But once again, he grew up shooting someone that's very comfortable. Now, he shot the guy at 40 yards, which is 120 feet.
Woo! My man, Jesus.
10 shots. Now, somebody that shoots lots of shot a lot, that is still not an easy shot, especially now. I'm not sure if he had a full-size pistol or if he had a compact like what I carry. But, you know, in a crowded mall area,
That's impressive as
Jesus.
shit. That is impressive as shit.
so
wait,
he reacted instantly. His girlfriend that was with him was a nurse, and as soon as he got the guy down, she started rendering aid to the other people until paramedics got there. So it's an example of 2 very prepared people that saved a lot of lives.
Legally carrying a firearm. See, this is how it's supposed to be. Now, if everybody's just got a gun going around and everybody sees this man shooting, everybody's shooting at everybody, like there's chaos, there's panic. I don't know, man.
It's like
Right.
when I got mine, like I mean, LA probably has something the same. Like I have to have this on me at any time I go anywhere in case I get pulled over or anything. Like I have to have this with me. Now with constitutional carry, it's just a different thing. Now CCW like this allows me to carry in it's like 42 or 43 states. It's a little different than just a constitutional carry like in Ohio.
Right.
So there are some differences to it as well.
I'm so
Jeez.
stuck. You said 140 feet, 120
Bro,
feet.
you know what 40 yards is? You know football. 40 yards, my guy. 40 yards. That's he said bop, bop, from 40 yards. I would have there's no way.
I don't
Like
know.
he took 10 shots, but see at 40 yards with a full size pistol, which I'm assuming is what he had, that's very doable. Like very, very doable.
I carry my compact. Like I'm not carrying a full size pistol. Like I'm sorry. I'm assuming he has a compact. And that's
I'm
impressive.
assuming he has a compact too. I don't know if I can assume that he had a full pistol, like because
A lot more people carry full sizes than you think, and it also just depends on your size, where you carry it.
Was he a bigger guy? Do we know what he looks like?
He's like about like me, about my height, about my size.
And you think he's carrying a full size around? Like you can't conceal that.
firing 10 shots.
Well, that's why I think because like my compact is an 8+1. That's pretty normal for a subcompact. So if he was shot 10 shots, I would assume he's got a full size. But
Mine's got 10, but it's extended.
maybe he just had that. I don't know. That's all irrelevant. But either way, this is instances like this with shootings going up. Why I think that there needs to be more comfortable, awful people carrying guns because this is a sad story that 3 people died and 5 were injured, but it could have been so much worse.
Everybody's
ammo.
And food court's just a killing field. I mean, there's nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
That was my whole thing. When going in high school, I gotta preface this by saying I never thought about shooting up a school and everything, but I think it will be super easy to, because if you look at a school like Central, we don't have like metal detectors or anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you just put guns in your bag and wait till like lunch or something, I feel like it would be super easy to kill a ton of people.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, when you think about any of those places, it's really easy. I mean, if you just move fast,
I think
you get inside.
Schools still have police officers there.
How many though?
That
police officers.
We only have one.
Police. You said what?
I said we only have one.
Central only had one, but if you remember, every lunch period, unless something was happening around the school, that guy was actually in the middle of where you're talking about. You know,
I didn't have any police officers. I never had a cop at any of my schools.
that's wild. We've had a cop since middle school. That's
Yeah,
wild.
no, all the way through high school in Toledo, I never had a cop at any of the schools I ever attended.
Oh wow.
which is wild to me. But
That is wild.
I don't know.
And
I just
Nate's
feel
in
like it's
there-
just too easy at that age.
It is. Well, they are. I don't know enough about this, but I have seen articles for different schools. They are starting to require at certain schools that they carry clear backpacks only. It's
That
slowly
sounds fire.
become. I have heard that so that they can't hide things in their backpacks.
I mean, it makes sense. But like, people won't even let their kids wear fucking masks to school. You think they're gonna buy a clear backpack? Like, that's not gonna fly.
I don't know enough about it to know how many places it's been done, but I just remember seeing a video of at least one school that had that.
I have two
That's not a bad
questions
idea.
on this topic though. First question is, what happened to dude that shot the guy? Are there any like civil criminal charges being put against him? And my second question is,
Oh, they're
My
like
second-
Go ahead, sorry.
hold on, my second question is, so this dude walked into the mall with rifles and nobody saw him. There wasn't a cop in the mall. Like, nobody had questions about this dude walking around with rifles.
That is the only thing I did not read to answer your second question first. I do not even know what gun the assailant had. I'm not sure. I don't know if he had a handgun, if he had a rifle.
They said rifle.
I just always assume rifle in situations like this.
They said
said
they said rifle with extra magazines, right? In the
Yeah,
in
that's what
the
they said.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah. What was your first question again? I'm blanked. I'm sorry.
were there any civil criminal charges put against him? Dude
No.
shot a guy in public. Like,
He's
that-
actually like being hailed as like a town hero right now.
The real hero of the day is
Wow.
the citizen.
Yeah.
lawfully
No,
carrying
if anything,
firearms.
he's probably gonna get an accommodation for that shit.
Stop
like
that
did all his bullets only hit that guy? Did he accidentally kill anyone else? Like, what's happening?
Oh, he didn't. But that once again, though, that goes back to my concern from earlier.
Yeah.
I've never even shot enough with you, LA, to know if I would be like comfortable with you taking that shot. You know what I mean? Like
I wouldn't have taken that shot. I get the fuck out of there.
me
Yeah,
though.
He's far away enough, 40 feet, I can get away. Me and mine are getting away. I'm sorry.
I'm taking that shot.
I'm not. This is not my fight. Like, my job is to get me and my family home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. I just
That's a tough situation right there. If you're how far away at a certain point as a person who's carrying, the question starts to become how comfortable are you with taking that shot? Let's say if everybody scatters away from this person, so it's clearly just him and you still have the shot, but you're far away and you feel like you should just get your family out of there in that situation or in Nate's
Well,
situation.
I would split though. I would instantly tell Stacy to run, and then I would go engage.
See,
I mean, that's just.
I feel like
I don't know.
40 is too far away.
I wouldn't,
Yeah.
but see, I wouldn't probably stay at that spot. I would try to get closer, take a defensive cover, then shoot if I could. I mean, it's all situational, but once again, that just comes from years of shooting and confidence. I mean, from a weird way, like LA, do you even practice firing your gun, like pulling it?
I go to the range like once a month.
Like, do you practice
through that.
taking it out of your holster, like getting ready to go? Do you practice reloading ever?
I don't feel like if I'm in that situation, I'll have time to reload.
Okay.
But
See,
I
you practice-
definitely have not practiced that now.
Like when I carry, I also half the time I have a secondary clip holder that I bring with me, and like I can go from my empty mag to a new mag in like a second and a half, 2 seconds max.
That's just
I
stupid.
I didn't feel as though I would be if in the situation getting that many shots off. I feel like it will be a bam bam, and if you're down, we are now calling the police. If we ever got to that point, like I pray I never have to use my firearm, and
Me
if it ever
too.
got to the point where I did have to use it, like my life or my family's life is in immediate danger, and it is going to be solved then and there. It's not like, oh, I'm having this shootout with some dude. Like, no, fuck that. If I have time to have a shootout with somebody, I can get the fuck home. Like,
See, I respect that position, and this goes back to what I mentioned earlier with the constitutional carry. Like, if you don't feel comfortable, I would rather you not involve yourself in the situation. That's because that's best for everybody. But I guess that's just how I look at it.
It's also
That's wild
crazy.
though.
I don't know if so. Wait, you said like what Ohio has done with their gun law, making it that everybody is that the same thing for Indiana?
They did it shortly after Ohio, but I got my concealed carry license long before that happened. And even if I didn't, I would have still gotten it because like we go to Michigan and stuff and all those other things, like they don't have constitutional carry there, but I can still carry my pistol there.
Yeah.
So it was also just a convenience thing for me.
Even if little known facts some people don't know about, you can fly with your concealed carry weapon. However, you have to check it in, and they put in like a little thing, and you put it in your bag.
You have to
So
have-
if
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, so if you are going flying, like you don't always have to drive just to carry a gun. Like if you're lawfully carrying your weapon, they just check your stuff. It's that simple. It's less of a headache. Like you just constitutionally carrying, you pull up with a gun to the fucking airport, you know what they're gonna do to you? Like, are you ready for that?
Arrest you instantly.
And you've missed your plane ride to Florida. Now what?
That's also another thing. Like you also got to remember, like even in the sense that you do got your carrying concealed, you also have to make sure that state that you're flying to also recognizes it.
Oh
Right?
yeah,
So
reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
and they will stop you at the airport with that as well.
Yeah, and you can't like when we're going to Vegas and whatnot because Vegas is a handgun free. You cannot. They won't let you check it going to a state where they don't allow it. Like you can't fly with your gun into New York City.
Yeah.
So there are rules, obviously, but yeah. When we go to fly to our cruise and whatnot, I was planning on just flying with it.
I would have thought Las Vegas, Nevada in general, you would have been able to. I would have thought.
Yeah, and just not in Las Vegas.
Not
just
in
a
Las Vegas, just other
Yeah,
parts of Nevada.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. That's very interesting, actually.
No.
That would get very convoluted to me right there.
I mean, it's really not hard. They give you a map, tells you all those things. It's all online. I mean, it's really not that bad.
It's a Google search away, baby. It's not hard to be lawful.
All right. Well, next, we got a 10-minute video about healthcare, I guess.
It's not a 10-minute video. She's complaining about a 10-minute video call.
I was gonna say, I hope it's not 10 minutes long.
In the continuing of my bash against the American healthcare system and where we live and how shitty it is, this person decided that, they wanted to video call their doctor and get healthcare. And let's see how it works in America. Last time we saw a satire on how it is against people in New Zealand versus America. Let's just see how it is in America.
Wondering what it's like to live in America? I had a 10-minute video call with my neurologist, and it cost me this much money. My insurance covered $142 of the $434 bill. The call was 10 minutes and it went like this. Julia, are you still getting migraines? I said, yes, doctor, I am. He said, okay, Julia, we're going to up your prescription and you're going to take 3 pills a day. I said, okay, thank you, doctor. That was it. And I have to pay $291 for
She's
that.
lying.
I cannot.
She's lying.
Is she lying?
Darren, I mean, LA, you can't tell me you had a 10-minute call, then tell me all she asked was about migraines and she's going to upgrade her prescription. Then be like, that's
know.
all the whole conversation.
I don't go to a specialty doctor for those type of things. I
do,
no
though.
longer have migraines.
I go to multiple specialties for my back, for all the other crap, and under insurance, especially for that's considered a well visit, even or even with that you should have a copay for that. Because I do telehealth visits with like a behavioral health for like my ADD meds and all of that, and that doesn't cost me anything.
Let's rewind then, and maybe we can see the price breakdown on her computer.
At some point.
Oh, yes, what you want to look at the price breakdown?
Let's see
Yeah,
if we
I
can
mean,
talk
she
it.
said insurance covered it, which means she has insurance, unless she just has really shitty insurance.
Hey, I don't know.
There's not enough on there.
I can't
I don't know.
tell.
I don't know. There just seems like
This
there's
much-
missing information as to why it would be that high now. If we wanted to have the overall conversation about healthcare and how shitty it is, I will happily jump on that train because it's bullshit. But
I don't know. I don't know. I know when I go to like my psychiatrist, sometimes I see bills and I'm like, how is this what I'm paying you? And I do get upset, but I've never gotten this type of bill. If I got this type of bill, it'd be a different type of conversation though. Like this, is this really what people are going through?
I mean, they shouldn't. But I mean, in general, all healthcare for what it is way too expensive. And the fact that we're the only developed country that doesn't have universal healthcare, it just shows that it doesn't work. And that's why so many people play the system and abuse Medicare, things like that. Because people like me that are lucky enough to have really good insurance, it still sucks. Like people that have shitty insurance, or like even when I was at Home Depot and I was on Anthem, like that shit doesn't, like, if you have real medical problems and you're not making, 80,000 a year, it's fucking hard to get by. Medications now, like Vyvanse that I was on for years for ADD, that used to just be a $6 fill. That is now in uncovered under anything. It's $1,000 for your script.
Oh,
How many come in
A month. For a month or 2 months, depending on your dosage. Because they have cornered the market on that and they privatized it. And so that's the only way you can get it.
So how does that work exactly? Because you know that guy, Martin Shkreli, he got in a lot of trouble for raising the prices on certain medication and stuff like that. What's the difference between what he did and like what they're doing?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I think the biggest reason is because there's so many generic ADD pills that are similar that maybe it's just not a big enough deal.
Yeah.
But I mean, the biggest one to me that will always just infuriates me because I get to see it because my wife is a nurse practitioner for diabetes, endocrinology, and other things like that. I mean, there are so many people that go without their insulin specifically because they simply can't afford it. The price of insulin is just it's obscene, and it pisses me off because there's tons of people dying constantly just because they can't simply afford the medication.
America, y'all.
That's a
I don't know. I will just never understand things like that. I mean, if it's a life-saving medication that you need and it's so expensive that double-income households still can't afford it, that's not okay.
yeah, that's actually very sick. That's sick.
It's because they want to make money, but like this has been this way and it keeps getting raised. Like these people have enough money, but greed is a real thing.
And the
All I have
thing
to
is,
say on it.
I think we tied it in last week. I think it was last week when we was talking about this, right, LA?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we tied it in last week that we have the worst eating habits, like in this country. Like it's just bad. It's just bad, but it could be so much more regulated, if that makes sense. Makes sense? Because how do I put this?
Force people to eat salads.
I don't not even that, just smaller portions. Make the restaurants make smaller portions for people at first, and then I don't know. I don't know what it is, but
So,
I don't
here's
know
my
exactly
question,
what the
Darren.
answer is. But how things are promoted here, we were talking about last week, years ago when they made that sickening donut chicken thing for I don't know which place made that thing.
What's KFC?
What?
Popeyes. Was it Popeyes?
It was
They
like
made what?
It's the donut,
Chicken
the donut
sandwich with
sandwich.
donuts.
Yeah, KFC made that.
I'd eat
Yeah.
the fuck out of
Yeah,
that.
it was KFC. That was right. Yeah.
I'd eat the fuck out of that.
But that's what I'm talking about. Like that's just laughable. But people
It's all-
actually will go and try it.
Yeah, but it's
I'll
also just
try it.
control. Like I don't go eat shit like that.
I'd try it once, but I'm not eating it every day.
I think Darren hit it on the head though with the portions. The big thing, because we get way more than we should be getting when you go out to eat half the time. But the other thing is kind of like, I don't know if you guys had this, but like the whole mentality, even when I was growing up, like the clean your plate mentality.
Facts.
You eat way past when you're full. We all do. It's just like ingrained in us. And that's also the other thing. Like if you stopped eating when you were full, I mean, that would be a whole different thing, but And we
I
all
just
do.
want to.
My
I just
mom was
want to
always
get
big
something
on
else.
don't be wasting my food. Clean that.
Yep.
food.
Yeah.
That was a fact.
I
That was
hate to
big
waste
too.
stuff too. So like when we go out, I almost even like last night that seafood, I was full halfway through that, but I ate the whole damn thing.
I'm gonna finish this shit though. Yeah. That's crazy. Is that like a ancient thing that's always been passed down, like from hunter gatherer days, or is this like a Great Depression thing? Like,
thought it was
what? Why is food like to human
Because-
beings
Well,
like
it wasn't.
gold?
You gotta remember, it wasn't. It wasn't this readily available before.
Right.
Like you gotta remember that. Like people, like they would hunt, and then you gotta throw some salt on it, and you pray that keeps up until whenever the salt doesn't keep up for your food, and you gotta throw that shit away. So then it really is kill this thing, eat it, and keep moving to hunt something else. Essentially,
It's the same mentality. I mean, internally, part of our drive is if food's available, our brain says eat it, build up fat in case it's not there later, because that's your energy stores. So it's just, it is ingrained into us into a way, but obviously as we've evolved, we've just kind of bastardized it.
Is it?
Darren, I had a
Is it
question for
because
you.
of the? Oh, go ahead.
Well, I had a question for Darren because over the years, I feel like the portions have been getting smaller, but the prices have been going up. Especially when we were talking about like fast food places and stuff. Have you guys ever seen the movie Super Size Me?
Oh, yeah.
So in that movie, that's back when McDonald's you can like supersize your meals and whatnot. I don't remember a time. I'm not old enough to remember that time where you could supersize your meals, but like
Damn.
everything was bigger. Like the Big Mac patties are bigger compared to the Big Mac patties now. They're smaller, so the portions seem to be getting smaller. It's that I feel like it's more that people are overeating. Instead of ordering one Big Mac, they order 3 Big Macs or something like that.
Yeah, I would agree with that completely.
I can see that. I can see that,
But-
but at the same-
I've never in my life ever had the drive to eat 3 fucking Big Macs.
Yeah, one at most. I can't eat 2. I even as a kid, I could not eat 2.
I mean, I told LA there's sometimes like because I diet throughout the week sometimes when like when I have my cheat day, like there's a lot of weeks where I'll just eat a whole large 5-topping pizza to myself just cause.
But pizza's not that bad. Like
What do you mean?
pizza's just bread, cheese, and meats. Like that's not.
It is terrible
but
for you.
it's terrible for you. Bread makes you fat. All the greasy ass cheese isn't good for you.
Oils.
Keto. That's keto. You're not
Right.
frying it. You're baking it.
First
What
of
do you
all,
mean?
Keto is I hate that buzzword. That
People
is
use keto all
keto
the
is
time.
not healthy. Keto is a way to cut out a certain food group, but overall, keto is not necessarily healthy, and it also depends on moderation again.
Yeah.
Pizza's not
But-
healthy.
Cheese is not good for you. I don't care.
No way.
What I
Yeah, I don't
wanted to
care.
ask,
Says that.
cheese is delicious. What do you mean it's not
It is
good?
great.
It's
It
not
tastes
good for
amazing,
you.
but it's not good
Oh,
It's
for
not
you.
healthy.
for
It's
you.
legitimately sugar, salt, and dairy.
But Darren just hit it. Hit my question was: is it because of sugars, like refined sugars we have now, and salt that people are addicted to food? Like, for example, Nipsey as a puppy always had kibble, never had people food. Now that he's 2 years old, I give him people food, and he don't fuck with the kibble now. Like he's had salt and he has sugars, and he knows what it is. Is that what's made people now addicted to eating?
Yes.
It's the
No
salt
way.
and the sugars.
You could say the same thing about like something like Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Uh,
They have like
I haven't had a
addictive
flaming hot
properties.
Cheeto in so long.
I guarantee you, if you have one Flamin' Hot Cheeto, you're eating the whole bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
full bag.
That's
Same
fair.
thing with Cheez-Its.
I'm that
Same
way
thing
with
with
Sun
Pringles.
Chips. I'm that way with Sun Chips. Those bitches. Ugh.
I think it's the fats. There's something in it though that's just your body just wants it, and you just keep eating. I don't know.
Chips are the worst. Chips are the worst. They are.
So-
You know you're not gonna eat them.
Rob, though, you said this is a sandwich,
Yeah, have you ever seen the Boondocks? This is
No,
some Boondock shit.
but I thought we said because of the cube rule that it would just be a.
Oh my god,
it
we're not
wouldn't-
doing this. We're
No,
not doing this.
no. Oh, yeah, I swear to God, I'll drive down to Columbus and punch you. Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
The
But
cube
nah,
was
please
real.
don't eat this, nobody. Please, if you see
If you
this,
do, send it to me. I want to
do
watch.
not.
I don't think
Do
they
not.
serve it no more. But here's my thing. There's a couple things. First of all, the donuts got to be fresh and hot. I doubt it's gonna be fresh and hot at KFC. You know what I'm saying?
It's
yeah.
a Krispy Kreme donut. They just gotta warm it up.
Nah, you gotta get that shit straight out the oven. You know what I'm saying? Hot side on.
Ew.
This is terrible. Y'all
I
remember
tried
the
though.
triple? I remember when I ate the Baconator for the first time, and I was like, "Oh,
Baconator snack.
I was like, this is a lot, but it's good, but it's a lot." And then, like 2 years later, they introduced the triple Baconator. I was like, "Fuck no, I would never try that shit. That shit is too big for me." Like,
But how
no,
often did you eat the Baconator? You didn't eat it like every week, every
that was
day.
a delicacy. That was
Exactly.
once in a lifetime. I probably
That's
had
what
that
you
twice
do.
when
But
I
now
was in the
you have people who, again, we get to like the healthcare thing full fucking circle. They have to pay hundreds of dollars for insulin and they can't afford fresh groceries or time to cook. And then they have to go to Wendy's and get a Baconator because it's cheap.
No, don't do
it's
that,
quick.
LA. You don't have to get no Baconator. Nobody has to get a Baconator. That's just on the premium menu. You can get yourself like a junior bacon cheeseburger. or
It's not
something.
enough. It's
You
not
get two.
enough.
Get two and a large fry and a water. You
It's
got
not,
water
that's
at
more
home.
that's
Tap water
more
at home.
expensive than a Baconator.
How, Sway?
Bacon. How much are double cheeseburgers now? Like $3?
They're on like the dollar menu. They're like $2.
Google
max.
it. Google it. Google it.
See, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, there are a lot of healthy foods that are a little more expensive, and it is a problem. But there is always options. Like vegetables are still cheap as fuck.
Facts.
You might
You
be
can go
right.
to a farmer and get.
I'm
shit.
just saying, there is options. Like I know it's harder to eat healthy with low income. If you care enough and you take the time, there are ways around it.
Oh, you gotta care.
Time's not
I
always
think-
a luxury. Time's a luxury of the rich,
Yeah,
man. When we were in college and we was broke as fuck, Nate, we didn't have time to do shit.
Hey, but I was playing 5 hours of sports a day, so I probably ate 900 of those like Wendy's Baconator sandwiches. But like,
Our guilty pleasures were the Whoppers. Oh my
God.
God. We went to Burger King like every 3 hours. It was insane.
Spicy
Oh,
nuggets, bro. Spicy
Oh,
nuggets.
God. But I mean, for $1.99, to Rob's point, you could get a junior bacon. How many calories are in a junior bacon cheeseburger?
300, maybe. That's my guess.
You know this. You know
Three.
this. Like you Google this. So 400 on a what, a 2,000 calorie diet. Like that's a maintaining diet.
Yeah, but not all calories are made equal, man. Like there's
You're
a
right.
shit
I'm
ton
just
of fat on
saying.
that.
I'm just saying, if you had one for lunch, like every day, and you just had water, like
Let's be
you can
honest,
make it
LA.
stretch.
A junior bacon cheeseburger is still like a smaller sandwich. So you're gonna get
Yeah.
two of those bitches. You're probably gonna get a large fry and you could drink some tap water. That's probably 1,000 calories. in
That's
one
more
meal.
fat than I eat in like 4 days.
Yeah, that's all. That'll clog you,
That's
and
what
then
I'm
you won't even be full though. Like it'll all those calories. Tell me if you eat 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers right now, you'll be full for 1,000
No,
calories.
I need a
it's
third
pissing me
one.
off.
Exactly.
It's pissing me off knowing that as we speak, somebody is doing this. They drove up to Chick-fil-A. It's Sunday. They couldn't get their Chick-fil-A. So they said, fuck it, Wendy's is right there. And then they ran into this exact same situation. They like the sandwiches here is too small, so I gotta get multiple of these motherfuckers. Instead of going to Chick-fil-A, which is
Is it a marketing gimmick? Do they make it specifically small? Because I feel like to your point, Rob, they're getting smaller and smaller every year, and they're the
it's called
same
a
fucking.
junior.
The
It's
prices are
called a
going up
junior.
though.
The price is going up. These bitches should be $1. I used to get like 5 of these bitches and be happy as a
Facts.
kid.
That
Facts.
is also just cost and availability right now. The food in general for their ordering side, like restaurants as well, is a lot more. It's incredibly more expensive. So that's why the costs are coming on to us for that. And they're just keeping up with overhead. And that's just going to keep getting worse.
Do you see where it says people also ask? The second option is the Wendy's Junior Cheeseburger healthy? Please click that.
Hamburger,
Hamburger.
Wendy's. Go ahead.
Hamburger, Wendy's Junior Hamburger provides 250 calories, 11 grams. Just click that. Just click the link. I'm not gonna. it
We're
looks like that's gonna be a
comparing
chart.
bad to not as bad, though. Not bad to good.
You're right. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Let's see what other options are there. Wendy's Junior Burger, 250 calories, 11 grams fat, 4 saturated. Carbs, but out of all the burger options, this one's the lowest in calories and fat, while also being the lowest in sodium. Out of
But that
all
doesn't
the
have bacon on it.
options. Oh, that's true. This doesn't have bacon. Yeah. Where's the junior bacon cheeseburger?
That motherfucker got fat.
Yeah, that boy's not it. Rob, that's not it. We gotta cut those out.
Cut what out?
The junior bacon cheeseburgers, bro.
Here's my problem with it. Side note, they're not even as good as they used to be, man. I remember,
Yeah.
like 10, 11 years old, and those things used to slap. Now I bite into that thing, it's just like,
Probably because when you're
Shit.
10, 11 years old, you got one like every 3 weeks, and it was a delicacy, and you loved it.
See, I'm with Rob on this all day because I remember being younger too, because I'm probably the oldest out of all of us in this group. Like McDonald's is my golden standard for this. The fillet of fish used to just always be pristine. Everything about it. Now you get that shit and it is just trash. Like they stopped caring years ago and they were like, okay, well everyone keeps buying more and more, so fuck it, let's care less. Like we'll just keep buying it. But I'm with Rob on this, bro. They stopped giving a shit.
Same thing with the McChicken. But once
but here's
again,
the thing
I'm
about the
vegetarian,
McChicken. I have the
so
McChicken hack.
Chicken's good. The chicken's
If
good,
you get your McChicken well done, they gotta put it back into the fryer,
that
so
was
you get
the
it
thing,
like
man.
hot when you get
didn't
it.
have to do that.
When you order it.
You didn't have to do that back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do the same thing with your nuggets if you go to McDonald's or whatnot. You can be like, hey, I want them fresh. And they'll make you like pull around, but they'll make them fresh for you.
I do not support nobody that's listening going to McDonald's. I just want to let that be known. It is Sunday. Make a good healthy meal at the crib.
Bro, I haven't had McDonald's in like a year.
Oh, you're so
I have
lucky.
McDonald's when we go to the bar. When we go to the bar, I just get nuggets or something. Or sometimes when we go and I'm with Darren, I'll get like the cinnamon rolls because those bitches smack.
Them
Bro,
bitches
I feel
slap,
like
but I
McDonald's
never
for
go
me
there.
at this point in my life is like smoking a cigarette.
That's a really good analogy. I like that.
I feel like I gotta go there. I gotta kind of hide. I'm trying to be around the corner, eat this shit real quick. It's like smoking a cigarette.
You feel guilty.
You feel guilty as
Dirty.
shit after eating it, but you feel good as fuck while you do it.
Right?
It's because of the salt and the sugars. Your receptors in your brain are firing, but your body knows it's trash.
Somebody pull up next to your car and was like, hey, low on your blood sugar? Nah, man. Mind your business.
See,
Crazy.
I feel sick afterwards. Like when I eat, because I eat it very sparingly here and there, like fast food. But like day after I eat fast food, I feel like shit.
Exact same.
Except when I have a Popeye sandwich once a month. Oh my god, I eat that shit in the bedroom with the windows closed.
There we go. You know,
I will say
is it
this though.
Popeyes?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say this. My when I worked at TP still, my friend I had there put me up on game. He said you just gotta stop ordering off the dollar menu and you have to order the premium menu things, like the numbers and shit. And that does really make a difference. Like their McDonald's has the double quarter pounder with cheese now, which they make to order. And that thing slaps that's like probably my opinion the best burger they've ever made. I think it might be their masterpiece, whatever the word that is called.
It's always been my favorite when I used to go there.
Yeah. But what are you saying there?
I was gonna say about that mac and cheese that you fell in love with. from
Oh
Popeyes.
man, I fucked that mac and cheese up, dog. I fucked that mac and cheese up, man. Though that Popeyes macaroni and cheese is heavenly.
How many calories?
Oh, it's probably something stupid. Hold on, let's find out.
I don't know.
At this point in my
No,
life,
it's a
I
guess-
feel
you
like
have to
I
guess
have
this
to
on
buy
this
two
book.
of those larges.
Two large, large one or a serving?
No,
Buy
large
two
one from
larges.
the place.
My guess is 520.
1,000.
Darren?
520.
Oh, at least 1,500. Y'all crazy. This like the large joint. Them bitches.
How
are
big is it?
real, bro.
I'm
These
thinking
are-
a large. I'm still thinking like a. Like
Oh,
that.
it's a tub.
It's double what you just had in your hand at least.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
So,
I'm changing mine to
2,000.
900.
Is it a family size? Is this what you're trying to describe?
No, it's
Yes.
large.
It's
Rob, you got two of these?
Oh my
They're so
God.
damn good.
Go ahead,
Jesus
look at it.
Christ, boy.
You
I
must have
will
been put
defend him
down.
in saying they are good. but I
$6.55.
won't-
Okay.
Per serving though. How many servings are in a container? Like 6?
Oh shit, you right. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, like come on now.
That's per serving, bro. Look at the sodium, 3 grams.
No wonder it was good. It's the salt. It's the fucking salt, Rob.
Oh, that's like a handful of fucking salt.
Yo, that shit was good though, wasn't it? My mouth stops
No, that
watering
is
right now.
655. That is 1 serving. That is obscene.
It takes 75 minutes of jogging to run it off.
Yo, can you feel me? You feel me? Like,
Oh my god.
and niggas don't even
That's
walk
a-
that long in a
That's just
day.
perfect, yeah. Nah,
Yeah, that's 3 hours, bro.
It take you a month to walk this off.
I might have
No,
to
but
order me one as soon as we
that's
finish
15
too.
miles. That's 15 miles. Walking to burn that off. 15 miles.
It's worth it though, right, Rob? I take it.
It really is, man. You get 8 pieces of spicy chicken, 4
No,
biscuits. Oh my
with
god.
the biscuits.
All right, Rob, we need to have an intervention, bud.
No, bro, I feel them when I go to their house. I bring food over all the time, and we smash.
that's you the reason why he got on this mac and cheese.
It's smack.
Yeah.
I feel you, bro. When my family don't want to hang out with me, I'm ready to move.
Oh,
Jesus
man.
Christ. Worried about y'all.
I got the treadmill. I'm working on it. I did. Huh?
You gonna go jog for 3 hours right now?
Oh no, I jogged for 15 minutes, sir.
So you burn that mac and cheese off in like a month?
That's what I said. I'm gonna get it, but I'll burn it off in a month.
About the 17 others you eat before then?
We're not talking about those.
Jesus Christ.
Those were naturally worse. That's what you gotta say.
The Big Mac's not that bad. I'm surprised.
Yeah, but the way they make the Big Mac now, like I said before, bro, you gotta order 2 of those motherfuckers. Those patties
You
are
don't
like the
have to.
regular burger patties.
What you can do is take the bread off, like the middle layer bread off, and put them together. You ever
Yeah,
try
but
that,
the,
Rob?
the middle layer
I
bread
think
is
I
like
can make
how
better
it
ones at home.
makes it the Big Mac. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those are sauce
I don't eat these,
like
so I
Big
don't
Mac.
know. I go to Wendy's. I go to Chick-fil-A. Sometimes when I want to be dirty, I go to Five Guys. How much is the Five Guys burger? Oh my god, I can feel my
The
arteries.
thing is, you make those yourself. So depending on what you put on it, I guess.
It's a regular burger.
I mean, but you still throw bacon.
Oh wow.
That's just the patty.
Oh wow. Ooh, yeah, it's like 700 made minimum. Then
At least
I gotta stop going there.
you gotta include sauce, bacon, tomato, all the other vegetables. Vegetables ain't shit, but you know.
I mean, Five Guys, when they give you the extra shovel of fries, though, that's what
That's
Yeah.
what the problem is. They're fried.
that thing's
That's
greased
not a
through
problem.
the
Is that a
bag.
problem?
No, it's not
I
a
like
problem. It's a
It's a
good
good-
problem, but it's a bad problem for your health.
But here's the thing: if you're charging me $9 for fries, you better throw some extra scoops in there. You know what I'm
Right?
saying?
Ooh,
Yeah,
can
but
I-
you can also split that meal with your whole family, and
Why would you
you'll
do
be
that? You
fine.
can have it all to yourself and
Hey,
watch
speaking
anime
of which-
in your underwear.
You're right. You're right. That's how I eat it.
I was gonna say that's one of my biggest turnoffs anywhere going out, and it's one of the biggest. Like I don't go to Chipotle hardly anymore now because any place that skimps on their they're like leveling shit out and like exactly
Yeah.
nah, fuck that. If I'm paying as much as I'm paying to go places nowadays, I want to get my money's worth. Like why are you? See, I won't go to places that do that shit.
I don't go to
Um,
Chipotle because it made Darren a vegetarian, and I don't want to accidentally become one either. So
Wait, it
That's
made
fine.
it didn't make Darren. It made you a vegetarian.
Well, actually, yeah, that is, yeah.
yeah,
Pretty much.
Rob, don't go there.
Oh,
You gonna have to go to vegetarian Bible study with him.
But here's the thing: if I'm
gave up-
correct, if I remember the story correctly, Darren, you said you ate steak there.
Yeah, I gave
That's
up
your
beef
first
and pork.
problem.
I gave up beef and pork first, and that was the start of it all.
Slippery
LA is
slope.
right.
But you don't eat steak at Chipotle. Chipotle's steak is like literally dog shit.
That's like all I ate.
But my thing was, all I heard in like middle school and shit was people getting sick off their steak because they weren't cooking it correctly.
I thought that was Taco Bell.
It was Chipotle. For
You're
me.
not wrong about Taco Bell. Taco Bell is where you go like at 3 a.m. and you're like in that back alley and you don't want to be seen. Like that's what Taco Bell is for me. Like what Rob described McDonald's as, that's my Taco Bell.
That's what Chipotle is starting to be for me too. That's the fucked up thing about it.
I just don't believe getting steak at low quality food restaurants. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Steak
see
is
the
supposed to
point.
be a delicacy.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess my bar is just when I get it there, I'm not expecting it to be good. And I also, like, LA can attest to this, I have a dumb iron stomach. Like, nothing bothers me ever. So,
We used to eat steaks at Waffle House at 4 a.m., so we had a good time.
Y'all different. Y'all built different.
just
Got a
don't
good time.
I don't know. I just don't get sick
Steak
like that.
Bring another round.
Oh, that's wild. What else we got?
So study breast size increased 300% on female comic book characters over the past 70 years.
So the study says this. Okay. I thought we were studying breast sizes over the last 70 years when I first saw this.
No.
Sure,
Comic book
it's gonna be
characters
big.
breast sizes.
Is
Okay.
this just comic books or is this like anime included?
This is just comic
Oh,
books.
there's comic books.
Interesting.
Well, then I will go straight to Nate. Well, what Nate just said. Maybe it's just because it's being more influenced by anime.
That's fair. Because
Um,
they have
mean-
flotation devices. They don't have breasts. I don't know who's drawing those things, but
Yeah, and anime, and I think it's always been like that, right?
Yeah, but it's definitely gotten even more and more. I mean, it has become such a fad. There's just so many more people watching it now, and everything from music to that, videos, everything. The more sexualized it is, the better it sells. I mean, that's just marketing.
I would even say because of anime, because if we're starting like in the 40s and 50s, around like the 70s, 80s for comic books, that's when they started becoming kind of ridiculous. And how big the breast sizes were. And it was just a simple reason. It was just like a marketing thing, just to get like young boys, because that's their target audience, to buy more
Right.
comic books.
they had to fight Playboy.
In a way, and I think there's a famous picture of Wonder Woman on like some type of Playboy magazine or something, and she's like, her breasts are like huge, and her ass is like huge too, to make her more sexualized.
I believe it. I
My
mean,
question to you guys: do you think that's a bad thing to be marketing at kids, or is it just another thing to get more money for the companies?
are comic books for kids?
Yes,
Yes.
they're
No,
historically
like
aimed at
back in the day, like these comic books were what, like 15 cents and whatnot. Kids were buying these, or were young adults buying these?
kids. They were
Like kids.
aimed at kids.
Amen.
Even
Yeah,
if you
I was
look at
gonna
like
say.
the newspaper comics and shit, those are technically aimed at kids.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, I guess I'll answer the thing. I mean, do I think it's a good idea? Not necessarily, but at the same time, it's just kind of one of those times things like it's going to be digested one way or another by them. If it's in the form of that, if it's in the form of the Playboys or anything else, like if it's going to be out there, yeah, they're going to say, well, let's just make money off of it this way. So yes, it's marketing. Yes, it's bad, but I don't think there's a way to avoid it necessarily.
I don't know if I would use the word bad. Like seeing Wonder Woman in her outfit with bigger boobs isn't going to make somebody go, do anything nefarious. Yes, it is, stereotyping women and, but I don't want to know if I would use the word bad.
You think we sexualize too many things?
I still think in America that sex and things like that are kept so hush that when things like this do happen, people are like so flustered. Like her boobs are bigger, okay. Like,
do you think it's still hush in 2022? I feel like we're way more of an open society about.
Yeah, I was
things
gonna
like
say
that.
I'm with Rob. I definitely feel like we're
but
way.
we're talking about the 70s and the 80s right now, aren't we?
Well, no, this is from the 40s and 50s till now. They're saying
Yeah.
breast sizes have increased 300%.
And sexuality has become more open since then as well. So I mean, I can see people wanting to be more open with, let's see what Wonder Woman would be like with bigger breasts. Like to me, it's art. It's not anything nefarious. Now, if we were going around talking about women are getting crazy, life endangering surgeries to have bigger breasts because that's what our culture wants, yeah, I'd be like, that's bad. Like we shouldn't market that. But like it's art, it's
that's the thing, right?
I mean, I
it's not
guess
bad.
I would it would be interesting to have like a woman's perspective on it too. I mean, I'm playing devil's advocate here because obviously I don't really understand or anything, but like it's also a body image thing, and I have seen that even when I was growing up, like women especially more so than us, like even though we idolize things, like they want to attain a certain thing, so the more that we keep upping the ante on that and then people can't achieve that, I just feel like it's setting boys up for disappointment and putting stress on other people. Does that make any sense?
No,
That's
it
fair.
definitely does.
That's fair.
But that
Because
would be
body
why
image
I would say
is
it's bad, I
definitely.
guess.
But I think then that puts more pressure on society to be like, hey, look, this is Wonder Woman. Like she's not real. Like this is somebody's, like Superman's not 8 feet. Like there's no 8 foot tall Superman walking around. I I wish maybe that this was a open conversation then, because I didn't even think about it that way.
Here's the thing, though. It, yeah, it was comic books then, and now it's still comic books, but now it's social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it has
And that's
progressed.
like Rob will be the first person to tell you if he goes to IG, he's going to see a model, and it's not a
Yeah.
normally proportioned person.
No, they are
Yeah,
not.
like y'all showed me the Twitch girl last week.
Yeah.
Nate, did you know this girl sits in a bathtub all day and gets hundreds of dollars from teenagers just posting to her? Insane.
Well, we've had the whole like OnlyFans and all those other stupid sites. So they have destroyed what I would base as like a normal sexuality in a lot of ways.
It's just
Exactly.
hypersexualized.
So-
But like
know.
again,
I-
if we have that conversation from a young age where people will be open with sex and be able to experience their body and be proud of their body, then when they see these things, they'll be like, okay, these are fetishes, these are fads, this is what some people like. They do this on the side. Like this isn't reality. Like there's no way this person has their head can't be bigger than their waist. Like I'm sorry, that's not
Right.
natural. Like I don't know.
I mean, I guess the reason I said what I said is because we were talking about this in the view of the target audience, which is younger boys.
Yeah.
I don't think that sexuality should be hidden in any way. I just don't think it's good for younger boys, and especially when I even bring up the OnlyFans, like they're 10, 11, 12-year-olds that are getting access to those things constantly. I don't think that they need to be exposed to that level of things or be over, you know what I mean? This is how I look at it. I just feel like it does more harm than good.
I've read, not to derail this from Wonder Woman, but like they say at the younger age you're exposed to like hypersexuality and things like that. Later on, it leads to earlier signs of like ED or like emotional disconnects. They're starting to connect porn and things like that to what are they called? Narcissists? People who have been like diagnosed with narcissistic tendencies and shit like that. I read this paper when I was helping Kiki out over the weekend. It was wild. It was a wild comparison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's actually Stacy just got home a little bit ago, and when you said that, she said that isn't 100% true. There's a lot of medical studies that show that.
And I feel like these studies are just now coming out because of exactly what you kind of said from the jump. Like we're now starting to know, and I think we're starting to accept it a little bit more in society, but not like we're still hiding it from kids. I think that's on. But like you said, that's on every other parent on when they want to have that conversation with their child.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, to jump off of that, like I completely agree that it shouldn't be hidden. I just feel like there's like a line between a healthy education of it and then the like right field that most people are getting a you know, especially like Pornhub, even that, like the stuff kids are exposed to at such a young age now. I feel like it does not teach them in a healthy way.
That's 100% fair because they don't have the capacity to, But Wonder Woman is beautiful. Like
you would address that to the internet, right?
I like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, but also Wonder Woman is supposed to be like the perfect woman. She's like 6'8", huge,
Amazon,
strong as
yeah.
shit. Amazon, lesbian. She's like the perfect.
Is she a lesbian?
Yes. Technically no, because she ends up fucking with Steve Trevor and shit. But when she was on the island, she was a lesbian before anything because there was no men.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh well.
So I guess she's technically bisexual.
Is there a comparison with like before to after? To wrap this one up.
They don't have any pictures. I was hoping there would be pictures.
Click the link.
What do you see?
Full study down. Keep going down, 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 down. The blog, yeah. Is there? Maybe they'll have a picture there. Yeah, they have
Okay.
a timeline up there.
Let me see.
That's not gonna let you very well, is it?
Can y'all see that?
I
Yeah.
can. Okay.
just-
Well, I mean,
Just from
They're getting
74 to
bigger.
92.
I don't see no 300.
Yeah, I don't know where they're
I'm-
getting.
Look
that.
at her in 1942, Darren. Look at her chest in 1942. Then look at her chest in like the 80s.
that's
Now the
true because the
90s.
perception of the perfect woman has changed since then, right? Like Wonder Woman back then looks like your. I don't want to be offensive to anyone, but like your typical Caucasian woman. And as you get to like the 90s and you get further, she looks like she's been like in the 90s. She's tropical. Like she looks, what was it, Amazonian? You said,
Mhm.
like she,
Yeah.
like things are changing, progressing. They have to.
That's exactly to LA's point. Beauty also changes over time. They said like in the 1700s, like bigger women were more attractive because of wealth, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
For
so-
eating well.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it just changes over time as well.
But yeah, her boobs, Wonder Woman's boobs, I can definitely agree have increased 300% because she didn't have boobs. So I agree to this post.
Yeah, I guess. But okay, I guess.
All right. Well, we can end we're at our hour mark. We can end here, or we can do another topic.
I'm cool to end on the Trump outtakes. These look fun.
All right, bet.
See, I'm having fun here.
All right, so let's check this out.
If they made a movie about Trump, would you go watch it?
In a heartbeat.
I swear to God, I
In
go
a
like first
heartbeat.
and second in line, bro.
Who first? Before we get into this, who we casting as Donald Trump?
It's gotta be him. It's gotta be himself.
Ah, he can't do himself.
Perfect. What do you mean?
You
John
gotta
Daly.
get like
You know who I'm gonna choose? Hunter Biden.
You guys are idiots.
Speaking of the Hunter Biden thing, did you guys? We're gonna get sidetracked. Did you guys see the Australian news post? Hunter Biden, and he was like arguing with some chick about crack.
No. Like she shorted him crack, or he needs more crack from her. Like what? I need a
She
different.
like thought he had a certain amount, and he was like a video with him with it on a scale.
Oh my goodness.
My dude's undefeated.
Wild. And also, before we start this, there's also another thing that came out. There's apparently a support group being made for Trump aides.
Oh no!
Oh,
Is it that bad?
It's that bad.
Yo.
that's-
Okay, let's see what he has to say in the bloopers. Oh.
I would like to begin by addressing the heinous attack yesterday. And to those who broke the law, you will pay. You
Turn
do
it up.
not represent our movement. You do not represent our country. And if you broke the law, you can't say that. I'm not going I already said you will pay. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defied the seat of justice. It's defiled, right? See, I can't see it very well. Okay, I'll do this. I'm going to do this. Let's go. But this election is now over. Congress has certified the results. I don't want to say the election's over. I just want to say Congress has certified the results without saying the election's over, okay?
But Congress is certain. Now Congress. is
Yeah,
certain.
right.
Now Congress.
I didn't say over, so let me see. Go to the paragraph before. Okay? I would like to begin by addressing the heinous attack yesterday. Yesterday is a hard word for me.
Oh.
Just take that. The use-
Good. Take the word yesterday because it doesn't work with the heinous attack on our country. Say on our country. Want to say that?
No, keep it.
My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote. My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. It's whatever. He's just fucking up. It's just outtakes.
That's
I guess.
fine. It's fine. I wonder if they have like a whole movie reel of outtakes. Like I would sit down and watch a full movie about Trump.
They
and
have
then
one.
watch.
I just found it.
Yeah.
You know his book, The Art of the Deal?
No, I don't know.
Well, he
anything
made
about
a really famous book called The Art of the Deal back in like the 80s or something.
That was it The Apprentice days or whatever the show he was on?
I'm not even sure actually. But apparently they made a movie about it. I didn't know that. It was made in the 87.
the book or the movie.
The book. They said the movie was made in 2016, but it was like a parody comedy thing.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But it does go back to my point. I think Johnny Depp should play Trump in the movie.
No.
He's a really good character.
Johnny Depp.
Give him a fat suit like Thor.
Something, yeah. I don't know if you guys seen the movie Vice. Christian Bale played the vice president, played Dick Cheney. He did an amazing job. I think Johnny Depp would kill that role as Donald
Christian
Trump.
Bale's one of my favorite actors.
You sure that was Christian Bale?
Yeah, bro, that's how good he was. That's how fucking
No,
good
that
he
wasn't
was.
Christian Bale. I'm getting a different movie.
Christian
Christian
Bale.
Bale's been in everything.
Yeah, he's also like gained and dropped hundreds of pounds for different roles. Like he's like a real method actor.
Yeah.
Bringing that all the way back around. He's somebody that knows how to handle his McDonald's.
Nah, he probably hasn't eaten McDonald's in 40 years. What do you mean?
Trump? No, Trump. Did you know the reason why Trump likes McDonald's so much? Is because he says everything's prepackaged and already processed, so there's a less chance of him getting poisoned.
Never heard that. Interesting.
That's
What
he
is
loves
prepackaged?
McDonald's. Basically, he's saying like it's not there's only like one thing on the menu that's cooked to order. So if somebody was trying to like poison him or something, they wouldn't be able to poison him directly. I could just send one of the Secret Service agents to go pick it up and bring it straight back to me, knowing good and well it's not going to be poisoned.
Because all the patties come frozen, obviously, and all that crap. So it's all like
You can put poison in the patty. What do you mean?
Yeah, but you don't know you're getting to Donald Trump unless you see him. I could send my secret agent guy over there to pick it up real quick and come back.
That sounds like a stock. That sounds like a stock move. Sound like he just got stock in McDonald's and he just told everybody.
Skyrocketed it.
Exactly. That just sounds like that to me. But maybe I'm wrong.
Now he loves his fast food. Donald Trump. Did you see him in that bucket of KFC chicken? Oh, like when he first became president?
Please
I thought
show
Obama
me.
was still president at that moment. I was like, what the fuck?
Show me, please. I want to see it.
I thought Trump ate McDonald's like every day. Wasn't that like part of his daily thing?
Yeah, something like that. And he was feeding like the Clemson football team McDonald's.
Oh
yeah, I remember that.
Oh shit, no.
That was right after he got into office too.
Hey, he said I rock with black people. Trump's trash, and I love it. Who eats fried chicken like this?
Hey, when you're a billionaire, you eat fried chicken like that. That's what you do.
I guess.
You eat fried chicken however the fuck you want.
A billionaire?
He's a billionaire.
I think that's what they reported him, right? They report him as a billionaire.
He's been a billionaire for a while. I think they said he was really big on the real estate scene in the 80s in New York. That's how he got his billions.
Billions?
Yeah,
Google his net worth. Google it. Google it right now. Since Darren want to keep questioning it.
Net worth is never right.
Net worth is never accurate.
Yeah, but it's close enough, right?
He's worth $3 billion.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe he's as rich anymore as he says he is.
But you gotta that's also like that's people just counting up all his
assets and equity.
Yeah.
Maybe
and just doing like a
sold
raw
it,
guess. It's not like him coming out and saying it.
That's why I always remember that.
If he released his taxes, we know, but
he did though.
He doesn't pay taxes.
He's cash poor.
He's cash poor. Oh,
I was about to say, I remember that. Remember that Family Guy?
Exactly.
Yeah, Family Guy has a
he said you're cash
poor. And then they have the chicken fight. That's so funny.
You guys are idiots.
I appreciate Darren for that one. That was awesome.
weak.
Oh man.
All right. Y'all got anything else?
Is Donald Trump gonna win next election?
Honestly, yes. He
I
said
think he's gonna win.
I
It
think
won't nominate him. It won't nominate him. The Republican Party knows that if they nominate him, it is a bad choice.
That's fine. He has enough money to win by himself, bro.
I mean, I
Also-
believe that he might go third party and like do it himself if not. But I mean, dude, he would. It's like you said. It's whether or not there's a lot of reasons to have him try it again. He's too divisive. Like it'll.
He's the real GOP. It's the other one's fake.
GOP.
honestly, if he went independent, he might be the first independent to win.
He
It
probably
would be.
would.
He would definitely get the most votes an independent's ever gotten.
Yeah,
I think he would
definitely.
win. Kanye.
Harambe. That was
something to say
Harambe.
about that.
No, I
Kanye,
think he
I was gonna
smokes
say
on
Harambe
Kanye.
or Kanye might have something to say about that.
Nah, Darren, I think he smokes on Kanye. Kanye
100%.
West literally went on a stage and said Harriet Tubman didn't free black people.
All right, so
He will
I was
smoke on
gonna say,
He'll get votes just because of the clout, but yeah, Donald Trump will definitely stomp on that bitch.
yeah,
I don't know about even clout. I think Joe Biden's getting so much backlash out of this presidency. It's going to help him out like a tenfold.
Yeah.
I mean,
how
it's
it
going to
is.
help the Republican Party. That's why I'm saying the Republican Party has so many options that are better for them on this rebound election than Trump.
facts.
I saw online today, random side note, they said that the first time you see Kamala Harris on like national TV, she was dating
Oh, here we go.
what's his name?
Montel.
Montel Williams. There you go. I was like, that's wild. People be just finding random things on the internet.
Bro, oh, don't get me started.
People got time. People got time and energy, let me tell you.
Anyway, they said Biden got COVID. Speedy recovery. I will say that because COVID sucks.
I got one more thing before we leave.
What
Do you
is
guys know about this AOC Juicy Booty situation?
it?
No, this is definitely out of my range.
All right, so let me
I'm
show
ready.
you all this video real quick.
I like that.
Hey everybody, I'm here in the Capitol. See this guy right there? Right there. When I was walking up, he said, hey, right in front of a Capitol police officer, said, hey, here's this, look at that big ass, look at that big juicy booty, this Latina, like whatever, all the bunch of racist, sexist stuff. I think the thing that was so crazy about that incident is not even that it happened, but that it happened on the Capitol steps right in front of a Capitol police officer. And this dude was engaged, like this wasn't about a political opinion or protest or anything like that. He was engaged in very clearly sexually threatening, aggressive behavior right in front, on the Capitol steps in front of an officer. And he wasn't even asked to take a step back.
So my question for y'all after hearing that is, do you think AOC has a juicy booty?
I mean,
That's the question.
I
Do I
can't say I've
think
ever
it?
seen a picture of her butt, dude.
do I think it, or am I going to go yell it at her place of work in public?
Or are you gonna go yell at her place of work in public?
No, but I do think she got a juicy booty.
I've
That's
never
fine.
seen her.
I think she's fine inside and out. I'd vote for her for president.
I'm waiting for till she turns 35. That's what I'm waiting on.
I always forget that there's an age minimum for that job.
Do you think it should be lowered? Like, if you want 21-year-olds in the office? Like,
There needs to be a
No.
cap at 80 though.
I think cap should be at 60.
yeah, 60. I feel like 60, you know shit.
Yeah, actually, you know what? 60. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I say
So,
65. You should be
'Cause
able to
after
be
that-
60 and be president.
I feel like you should be
70 should be
retired.
like
I'll
after-
actually
cap.
history and find one historic president that was above 60 and they did a great job. Yeah, we can keep it. But nah, I kind of agree.
Yeah, I mean 65 would be my absolute cap. I still think 60 is there. There's enough people in this country we should be able to choose from.
Do you know how often I lose my car keys
That will only
at
give
28
you-
years old?
That will only give you like a 20-year span to be president. That's the only thing.
But that's all you should really need. See, this is also like just my backward view of this, because like the longer you're in politics, it's just like any bill that goes through. Like nobody gets anywhere without doing favors for somebody, giving something the other way. The longer you're in politics, I just feel like the more people you owe shit to.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true.
Plus, people are just out of touch. Like the way we view the world now versus the way we'll view the world in 20 years. No, I just don't feel like when you have the majority of people that are under the age of what, like 40? Is that right?
Something like that.
Something like that. But either way, when you have people that are like 80 making laws and decisions and whatnot, I just do not feel like they're in touch with anything other than self-serving. Both sides. Doesn't matter what party you're for.
That's fair.
That is fair.
I can't wait till I get old so I can yell at these stupid young kids to get off my lawn and shit.
The kids
Yeah.
by the
All you
by
need
the
is a
fire
bubby.
works at 3 in the morning.
You gotta buy a bubby and let him out after him.
Jesus.
All right.
Like, no, buy a Nipsey and then let them out. After.
Nah,
Nah,
because you're
that's
gonna be
might kill
old.
somebody.
Yeah, you can't stop that dog. You're gonna be like,
If you let Bubby out, he gonna see the line and he's not gonna cross it. Nipsey gonna cross the line.
If he sees fireworks at 3 in the morning, by all means, cross that line.
That's all you're gonna hear.
Bubby would make it halfway across the street to catch his breath. Like Nipsey go for 10 miles.
You lucky I'm old. Oh, man.
Oh man. All right. Well, thank y'all again for watching another episode of the Purple Pill Podcast. Thank you to our guest Nate for joining us today. We really do appreciate it. We'll see y'all again next week for another episode of the Purple Pill Podcast. Before we go, make sure you guys like and subscribe down below, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and subscribe to our podcast on Anchor. It's on all your podcasting platforms. Thank you all again. Peace out.